patients are bypassing traditional healthcare, they're putting their health and their doctor's reputation on the line. In this episode, we dive into the dangers, ethics, and legal risks fueling this underground trend. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, share. It really helps the channel. The Atlantic highlighted the rise of Ozempic hackers, individuals who use online forums and unofficial channels to obtain the weight loss drug Ozempic without a proper prescription. Simultaneously, ABC News announced that Eli Lilly plans to sell its new weight loss drug Zepbound directly to consumers. These stories highlight significant shifts in how weight loss medications are being accessed and distributed, and they have profound implications for physicians who prescribe these drugs either directly or through telehealth platforms. The Atlantic article describes a troubling trend. People are circumventing traditional healthcare pathways to obtain Ozempic. Some are actually even talking about straight up getting compounding pharmacies or getting it by unapproved means. A drug initially approved for type 2 diabetes is Ozempic, but it's now being used for weight loss and has been approved for weight loss in a different brand. And hackers are sharing methods to manipulate telehealth systems for obtaining the drug through dubious online pharmacies. This raises serious ethical concerns, but also, and more importantly, puts patients at risk since they may bypass necessary medical evaluations and oversight, and this leads to potential misuse or adverse events.
So I'm curious, do you think that biohacked weight loss drugs are a safe way for patients to continue getting treatment, or does it cause an unreasonable risk?
Simultaneously, ABC News reports that Eli Lilly's decision to sell Zepbound directly to consumers marks a significant departure from traditional models of drug distribution. Now, to be fair, Pfizer came out simultaneously, and they are actually talking about how they are going to have a Pfizer direct method as well. Additionally, this is not completely unusual. This is not completely unheard of. You actually had Teva do this a while ago as well. Now, the intention is to make the drug more accessible, but it raises concerns about the potential for misuse, especially when consumers bypass healthcare providers in the process. Direct-to-consumer sales is a good thing, but it could pressure physicians to prescribe these drugs more liberally, knowing that their patients could obtain these drugs independently. Again, physicians who prescribe these drugs, whether in person or by telehealth, this represents a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's significant benefits for weight loss management and overall health, especially in things like metabolic syndrome. On the other hand, the potential for misuse and the ethical dilemmas posed by direct-to-consumer sales and unauthorized access methods cannot be ignored. Physicians must navigate these challenges carefully and ensure that they adhere to best practices and regulatory guidelines to avoid potential legal repercussions. Now remember, as a physician, you are still responsible as the quote-unquote learned intermediary. If you do something wrong, you are still responsible. So make sure that you have taken the appropriate steps.
This is the DarshanTalks podcast.